Hello everyone and welcome to a new video and happy September. We are finally here. We finally made it to September. We finally made it to fall and I couldn't be more excited. And to celebrate, I'm going to do just a cozy fall romance reading vlog. This is where I read a few romances that are set in the fall and I'm hoping to get to new releases for this season so that you guys know whether or not they're good to pick up. Along the way, we're gonna do just some fall things. I kind of want to watch just a cozy fall movie like You've Got Mail. It's my favorite Nora Ephron movie, and I'll be honest with you, I don't know what screams fall more than a New York City based movie set in the fall time. It's just pure magic and I love that movie. And I also want to do a little bit of fall shopping, but today is September 2nd and first, I need some coffee because I have not had any. So I plan to go to Barnes & Noble, but they don't open until 10 and it's still pretty early. So I think I'm going to go to my local coffee shop here in the neighborhood and read my book, which I will share with you the book that I'm currently reading. So I'll go there, get some coffee, probably a pastry because I haven't had breakfast either, and read a little bit of my book while I wait for Barnes & Noble to open. And then we'll head there, and I want to pick up one book that is being released today that I hope to read this week, and I'll share that with you a little later. But after that, I also want to go to Hobby Lobby. I've decorated my bookshelves behind me, but I want to get a few more leaves to kind of stick around the books just because I feel like the shelves need a little something extra. So that's what we're doing today. It's going to be fun. It's going to be cozy. But before I head out, I want to share with you what I'm reading right now and give you a little bit of an update. But I did start a book last night after I got done working. I went ahead and started An Ancient Witch's Guide to Modern Dating by Cecilia Edward. And oh my goodness, look at this cute cover. Can you see it? Yeah. It's got this little cozy cottage, and then in the background there's high rises, and then it has this really pretty pink and purple. It's just gorgeous. And then of course there's sprayed edges. This book is delightful. I'm having the best time reading this. This is about a woman by the name of Thorn, and she is a 39-year-old witch living in 1690. And one day she is brewing a love potion to help her find her soulmate, and things go horribly wrong, and she finds herself instead transported 300 years into the future. And when she gets there, she realizes that her little cottage home is now a museum, and that's kind of where I'm at. She's kind of navigating this new world, but also transported is this cat. This is Bandit. He is Thorn's cat familiar, and she can talk to him and he talks back and she can hear what he has to say, and he is so just feisty and sarcastic and grumpy. I love it. There is a veterinarian in this book. She calls him, what does she call him? The mad scientist. Like, she doesn't understand what a vet is. It's just really funny to see her hot takes on things in the future. So I'm loving it. But right now I am on page 107, chapter 12, and I am just breezing along with this book. It is, like I said, it's delightful, it's funny, it's sweet, and I'm having a good time with it. But I tell you what, why don't you go light a fall candle, go get a cozy blanket, put your cozy fluffy socks on, go get a warm beverage, and let's spend the next 20 to 30 minutes together just soaking in this early fall vibes. But I'm gonna go get some coffee and I'll see you in a few. Hey, welcome back. I have another update for you guys. Before I get into where I'm at in the book, I do want to give you an update on how my day has gone so far, and I'm here to tell you today has not gone as planned. When I last left off in the video, I was actually on my way out to go get some coffee at my local coffee shop here in my neighborhood, and I drove there. Apparently there was an electricity outage and they were closed for the day, so not a big deal. I just went down the road to PJ's, and PJ's is more of a chain. It's kind of a franchise, and they're based out of New Orleans. They still have really good coffee. It's just not the cozy atmosphere I was wanting like this other place has. Also, they have this creme brulee cappuccino that's so good, and that's what I was wanting, but whatever, it's fine. And then after PJ's, you guys know I was going to Barnes & Noble to pick up the book that was being released today, and I actually got there 30 minutes after they opened, and they were already sold out. And I was like, well, that's a bummer. So I went on Amazon because I was thinking I'll just order a copy, and they were sold out too. So at that point, I went on to, I'm still at the same Barnes & Noble. I'm just over in a little aisle where no one could see me. And I was just going through Barnes & Noble trying to find another location that's not too far from me. And the next closest location, the website said they had copies available. So I went ahead and put a copy on hold. And I drove out there. I didn't wait for them to email me or text me to let me know that the book was ready for pickup. I just figured by the time I got there, it would be ready. Well, not long after I got there, I did receive an email and a text saying that the book is not available and I need to order it online. So at this point, I was like, well, shit. I do not want to drive to a third Barnes & Noble. So, you know, and really at this point, I need to tell you what book it was. But the book I was trying to get was If It Makes You Happy. And I knew that book was going to be popular this season. Everyone's talking about it just because of the late 90s nostalgia, and it's a fall cozy romance. And I just didn't realize it was going to be that popular. So what I did is I just cut my losses. I took myself out to lunch. I read some of my book at the restaurant. But I was so worked up over getting a copy of this book that I was oblivious to any of the other books. So I left Barnes & Noble without buying anything, which is probably a good thing because I have a lot of books to read anyway. But I do want to go ahead and still do like a mini book haul because I did get a few books over the last 2 or 3 weeks since my last haul. At Half Price Books, I did get Cackle by Rachel Harrison. I've been hearing so much about this book for a couple of years now. It says a darkly funny, frightening novel about a young woman meeting a witch who might be too good to be true. And then this next book I got is Firefly by Kristen Hanna. I've been wanting this book for a while. I've heard this is a really good emotional read, as is all Kristen Hanna books. But every time I see this at Half Price Books, it has the Netflix adaptation cover, and I don't like that. I wanted one of the original covers, and they finally had this one, so I snatched it up. And then the last 2 books are not used books, they are new books. But I got Hemlock and Silver by T. Kingfisher. This is a gothic fantasy, and this is inspired by the story of Snow White, and I think we're following the POV of the evil stepmother where she's creating these potions, and I've just been wanting to read this. The back says, it is a dark reimagining of Snow White steeped in poison, intrigue, and treason of the most magical kind. And then the very last book I got was from Target, and it was an impulse buy. It just sounded really cute, and it's called, I don't know how to say this word. I'm going to say it 3 different ways, and you guys tell me what is the right way to say it. But the Grimoire Grammar School. I don't know if it's Grimoire, Grimoire, or Grimoire. I don't know. But this is a book about a woman whose 5-year-old child gets bitten by a werewolf, and she has to enroll him in this special school for werewolves and just other fantastical creatures, and she's just kind of having to learn the politics of the PTA and dealing with the school, and it just sounds like a funny good time, and it sounds like it's going to be interesting. So this is my little book haul. And then to give you an update on my book, I am at the halfway mark exactly, and I am still really loving this book. It is still so cute. I love that we're just following her in modern times as she is kind of navigating the dating waters. She's navigating the online dating experience and just trying to be this modern woman and dating in this modern times. It's very interesting and funny. I'm loving the cat familiar. He is so sarcastic and snarky, and at the same time, he's learning some modern slang, and it's really funny with him saying these things to Thorn. It's just cute. There's really not much else I can say to that. Right now, I'm thinking it's probably going to be a 4-star read, which is saying a lot because with these little seasonal fall reads or even holiday reads, I don't typically rate them higher than 3 stars, but this is just a fun, bingeable book, and I'm having such a great time reading it. So my plans for the rest of the day are, I think I'm going to continue reading this afternoon. It's after 2 o'clock, so I still have time. I do have a little bit of work to do. Yeah, that's what's going on today. Just gonna get some reading done, do a little bit of work, and I will see you in my next update. Happy Wednesday, everyone. I hope everyone's having a great week so far. I have a reading update. I finished An Ancient Witch's Guide to Modern Dating, and this was cute. I keep saying that in this video, but it's true. Now, there is a romance in this book, and it's kind of on the back burner. It's not a focal point in the story. It's really just about Thorn. There is a little bit of a mystery that's going on in the story that is you get more of it once you get past the halfway point, but the romance is definitely on the back burner. It's kind of percolating back there. It is a slow burn. This is not spicy at all. There's only, I think, 1 kissing scene, and it was very sweet. I enjoyed it. So this one's going to get 4 stars on Goodreads. It's actually more like a 3.5-star read, but I'm going to bump it up to 4 stars just because it was just really sweet and cute. And then this morning, I did go ahead and purchase If It Makes You Happy on Amazon, and I read a little bit while I was having my coffee this morning, and then I read a little bit more when I was warming up my breakfast. And I didn't get too far. I'm only on chapter 4, but so far it's cute. I haven't gotten too far into the plot to kind of give you my reaction, at least with the plot, but already we are getting those fall feelings like the author is describing this area very, very well. She's talking about how the crisp air is blowing the colorful leaves in the trees, and she's talking about how we're walking on crunchy leaves. It's just, I'm getting the feelings already, so that's good. But more importantly, I'm already getting the late 90s nostalgia, and I'm not that far into this book. Like, she's talking about those old school maps and how you can never fold them back the way they're supposed to be folded. Yes, yes, I remember that. But she makes a reference to a singer in chapter 3, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is absolutely fall 1997 for me. I went to college in the fall of 1997, and I remember listening to the song on loop. I had the CD single of the song, and I could not get sick of it. I just kept playing it and playing it. I'm actually going to play you just a few chords, and if you know the name of this song, be the first in the comments to tell me, and I will give you a gold star. I don't know, but this song. Hold on, let me play a little bit for you. Okay, that's all I'm going to play. Hopefully I don't get in trouble, but oh my gosh, that song. It was the ultimate makeout song of 1997. That's just... Anyway, I love that song. I forgot all about it. But with this book, it's good. It's cute so far. Outside of the nostalgia and the fall feelings, I really can't get any more than that just because I'm only 60 pages in. But let's talk about what I need to do the rest of the day. And I have a list that I am going to reference. But I want to do a little fall shopping. I didn't get to Hobby Lobby yesterday, so I do want to go there. I also want to go to HomeGoods. I have a little list of some fall decor pieces I'm looking for, so I want to see if they have it. And then from there, I need to come back home. I have to do some work. I need to do a little housework. I need to do a little work, and then I need to finish editing a video that's supposed to go live tomorrow morning. And then later tonight, I'm supposed to take my oldest daughter to a football game. It's, I guess, the opening football game of the season for the middle school. So I told her I would take her and a friend. And so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take my Kindle when I go to the game and read that while all that's happening, and probably enjoy some popcorn. And yeah, I'm also hoping to fit in some reading, but I want to give you an update tomorrow morning, hopefully at the halfway mark, so I can tell you what I'm thinking so far. But yeah, that's what's going on today. Busy, 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 and I hope everyone's doing great, and I'll see you at the next check-in. It is the next day, and happy Thursday, by the way. I was supposed to come home after we went and did some fall decor shopping and haul those things that I got. Unfortunately, time got away from me. You guys know I told you earlier that yesterday was going to be a busy day, and it was. So I didn't get around to touching base with you guys yesterday, but today we're gonna do a little bit of a fall decor haul. I do want the pieces that I got, it's not a lot, but the pieces I did get, I do want to set them out and decorate just a little bit today. And then also I do have a reading update, so I'll share what I'm thinking about the book so far in just a sec. And then also I have some book mail, and I forgot to get those boxes. I need to go get them in just a sec. But I got a few books in the mail yesterday, and I figured we would open them up together. So let's talk about where I'm at, and if it makes you happy. I am actually a little bit less than 50%. I am at 45%. So I'm almost halfway there. And so far, this is so sweet. I am loving this little, it is a romance, but we're not quite there yet. Just let you guys know, this is going to be the sweetest slow burn, and I love that. I love it when romance books just take their time with the romance. They don't rush into the bedroom scenes. It's not full of lust. Now, let's talk about some tropes in this book. Obviously, it is a small town single dad romance, but it's also a little bit of a friends to lovers, because our two main characters, Cliff and Michelle, they both are divorced. Cliff has 2 kids. One of them is a 16-year-old, and one of them, I'm not sure how old she is, but she's elementary school age. And then Michelle, she is newly divorced, so they're not rushing into a relationship with each other. And I love that they're building a foundation of friendship first. Obviously, you can tell that they are attracted to each other and there's some pining and yearning, but this is so sweet. And then also too, with the kids in this book, I think the author did a really good job of realistically writing those children in this book. Like, we have a 16-year-old and she is a typical 16-year-old. She has her first boyfriend and she's acting just like a typical 16-year-old would act with the first boyfriend. She is all in on him. She's waiting by the phone because there's no cell phones in 1997, by the way. And she's being a teenager, and I love that. And then the child is acting like a child. Children in general around the same age as Brittany in this book are just a big ball of energy. They also, if they fall and hurt themselves, they're crying like their leg's gonna fall off, but then a split second later, they forgot all about it and they're happy and they're having a great time. That's how kids are. And I hate it when books write children who maybe they're 5 years old and they're going on 40. I mean, I get there's kids who are mature, but not that mature. But anyway, yeah, the book's going great. I'm enjoying it. Once I get done decorating and getting a few things done today, I should be able to read a lot more. Next, I do want to share with you everything I got. You guys know I went to HomeGoods, I went to Hobby Lobby, I went to Kirklands. I didn't get anything at Kirklands. They didn't have a ton of stuff there. I do want to start with Hobby Lobby. I got this, only got one of these placemats. It's just a round burlap placemat. In our kitchen, I have a round kitchen table and I want to put this in the center. And then on top of that, I got this little centerpiece with some fall foliage in it. And I think this on top of this burlap on that table is going to look really cute. And then I mentioned that I wanted to get some more leaves to kind of stick and fill in some slots on these two bookshelves. And I did get 3 more little picks of leaves. And I love these. Look at the fall colors. They're so pretty. And I think they're just really versatile because I can just stick them wherever I want them to go and then they'll look nice. And then finally, I wanted a little pillow for this chair. And I did get a pillow at HomeGoods, but I think I'm going to take it back because I like this pillow from Hobby Lobby and it was also cheaper. But I got a little pumpkin pillow. My chair is not very big, so I needed something kind of small. And I think this is just going to look really cute up against this white blanket. Also too, I wanted something that I could use for a few months. So not only can I use this in September, but I can also use this for spooky season and then obviously in November too. And then I only got a couple of things from HomeGoods. They had so many cute things, so many cute Halloween things, and there was just nothing that was calling to me that I had to have though. So if you have a HomeGoods near you, go check it out. They had a ton of cute kitchen towels. I did go ahead and get these. I love the little pumpkins and the vines. And then I got this green pumpkin. I thought this would look cute in here, and actually it would look cute in here, but I do love the little pumpkin pillow a little bit more. You guys tell me, which one do you think? I'm leaning towards this one for sure, and I think I'm going to take this one back. It's still cute. I still like it, but I don't have any other spot for it. Next, let me go get the boxes that came in yesterday, and we will do a little bit of an unboxing. So hold on. I'm going to start with this box. I ordered a book from Pango Books because I forgot to tell y'all when I did my monthly reset, but while I was at the library, I ran into a mom friend of mine and she was telling me that she has a book club. I had no idea. So she told me what book they were reading and said that they're meeting up at the end of September. So I went ahead and ordered that book off of Pango Books because I've been selling books there over the past couple of months and I had some money to use from selling those books. Let me lean this down a little bit so you can see. Okay. But oh, look how pretty. First, there's stickers all over the box. That is so cute. And then it has this really pretty tape on it. And then the inside of the box, man, I need to step up my shipping game because my boxes, when I ship them out, don't look like this. But there's little packing paper in here that's shredded. It looks like book pages or something. And then, oh, this is really darling. It says, "You are very sweet." Jeez. I don't even want to unwrap this. It's really pretty. Look at this. It has a little sticker with my name on it, and there's a little bookmark. How cute with the little ghosts. Well, she's absolutely getting 5 stars. I don't care what the condition of this book is. Okay. Well, the book that I got is, oh, there's even a sticker. She also sent a little vinyl sticker. Well, you can't see it. It's a book and it says "One More Chapter." So super cute. But the book I got is The Echo of Old Books by Barbara Davis. This is the book club book for this month. And it says, a pair of mysterious books, a doomed romance, the echoes of a love that never died. So that's what we're reading this month. But this is in great condition and I can't wait to read this. I'm assuming this is just a general fiction book, but if you read this, let me know if it's any good. The last box I have is my book of the month box, and I actually got 2 books this month because one of my viewers used the referral, I can never say that word, referral code that I have in the description box in all of my videos. So you can use that and get your first book for $5. And if you do use that, I do get credit for a future book. So that's how I got an extra book in this box. So let me go ahead and open this and I'll show you what I got. Let me lean this down just a smidge. Okay, so you guys can see, but okay. So the very next fall book I'm going to read, secret is out, it's The Heartbreak Hotel. I did a video where I talked about all the new releases that are coming out in these fall months, and this was one of the books that I was interested in reading. I think this is going to be a heartfelt and emotional fall read. It says, a bed and breakfast for the brokenhearted might hold the key to another chance at love in this achingly hopeful debut romance. And then look at the cover. Look how sweet that is. I cannot wait to get to this one. And then the other book that I got is a complete opposite of The Heartbreak Hotel, but I did get Rachel Harrison's new book, which is Play Along. This is going to be your haunted house spooky book. I have not read anything from Rachel Harris. As you guys know, earlier in this video, I did haul a book that I got from Half Price Books. I got Cackle, so now I have 2 Rachel Harrison books to read. I don't know anything about this book other than it is about a haunted house. My favorite scary book is just a good old-fashioned haunted house book. Love those, and that's what this one is. So can't wait to read this. So these are the 3 books that I got in the mail yesterday, and I can't wait to read these. But let's go ahead and let me get all of the decor pieces. I need to cut off tags and price tags and all that, and let's start decorating. I hope everyone has had a great week. I'm sorry for this weird angle and probably the sound is muffled. I'm so sorry, but I am in my car. I'm actually parked right outside my neighborhood coffee shop I was telling you guys about. I'm hoping to go in here in just a second and get the coffee that I'm wanting and read a little bit of my book. Thought we would do a quick reading update before I go in, but this morning I finished If It Makes You Happy, and you guys, this book was a 5-star read. I cannot believe I'm giving a seasonal fall romance 5 stars, but it was really, really good. This was such a sweet, heartwarming, loving romance. I loved it. I loved everything it represented. This was a book deep-rooted in family and deep-rooted in kind of getting to know each other and friendship. I loved that the small town community is a little bit of a character itself. I loved just how Cliff was with his daughters. He's such a good dad. This was also an emotional read. Yes, I cried this morning. It was like 6:30 and I was just like crying. I was like, oh my gosh, I was not expecting that. I should expect that because you guys know I cry in every book. But my goodness, I really enjoyed this book and I would absolutely recommend you guys read it. It was really good. I enjoyed it so much. Yes, it's long. It's very long. It's almost 500 pages, but it didn't feel long. It felt like everything had a purpose. Like every scene and parts of the story, there was a reason behind it. Like it was giving you just more deeper information. I did not have a problem with the length of the book. It actually was fine, which is another weird thing because I hate romances that are that long, but didn't bother me at all. It is also a little spicy, but again, this is a slow burn. Things don't happen until much later, and I did like that. I did skip over the spicy scene, so you can easily do that if that's not your thing, just like me. But yeah, read this book. It's going to give you the nostalgia throughout the book. It's going to give you the fall vibes throughout the book. But like I said, I am outside of my neighborhood coffee shop, so I'm going to hop in here and get hopefully they still have my creme brulee cappuccino, but I'm going to go in there and grab that, and I'm going to start this book, The Heartbreak Hotel by Ellen O. Clover. All I know about this book is it's about this woman who, her and her boyfriend break up, and they've been together for 6 years. They were each other's first love. And he moves out of their house, and in order to keep it, she feels like she needs to open like a bed and breakfast. And for some reason, she has a landlord, and she needs to get permission to turn her home into a bed and breakfast. And little does she know, her landlord is this really good-looking man, and they both have stuff going on in their lives. I guess they're both heartbroken about things. I'm not sure. So I'm going to hop in the coffee shop and read more of this book. And then I'm done with work for the day, so I think I'm just going to probably read the rest of the day, and I will see you on the next update. All right, I'm back with another carpool reading update. I'm sorry, it's another one in my car, but my husband's working from home and it's just easier for me to do it this way when I'm out and about. But I do have a reading update on The Heartbreak Hotel. I am 90 pages, or no, I'm 100 pages into this, so I'm about a third of the way through this book, and I'm sadly not enjoying this book. I think my biggest problem with this so far is two things. Main thing is the plot. I'm not jiving with the plot. It does not seem plausible. It does not seem that realistic, and I'm not able to suspend my disbelief enough to get there or get to where the authors wanted me to get in the story. I feel like also too, I need to add on to my earlier synopsis. So as I said, we're following our FMC, Louisa, and her longtime boyfriend have broken up. Her boyfriend is a famous musician. He's a celebrity. And so they have been renting this house together in SD Park, Colorado. And when they break up, Louisa is like, hey, I'm not giving up this house. You need to move out, not me. And he's like, okay, fine. So right after that, she's like, crap, I don't have a job. Because he's a celebrity, he's been paying for everything. She's been relying on him to pay for everything. So she comes up with this idea of turning this rental into a bed and breakfast for people who are like her and are brokenhearted. They just need a cozy place to relax and kind of get right in their mind and maybe get a little bit of therapy. But in order to do that, she needs permission from the landlord. So she makes an appointment with the landlord and she goes there and she's like, hey, Henry, that's his name. My boyfriend and I broke up, so not only do I need to transfer the lease to my name, but oh yeah, I don't have a job, I don't have any money, I can't pay rent. So instead, can we turn your beautiful house into a bed and breakfast, and I will live there rent-free and run this place for you? And he's like, yeah, sure, you can do that for 6 months. In no world would that happen, and I can't get there with the plot. And that makes me sad because with this book, I was expecting it to be just this cozy, emotional, endearing, and heartwarming book, and it's just not. And then the second thing is I am not loving our female main character, Louisa. I think she's written in a way to where she's supposed to be endearing, but she's not coming across that way. I think she's just flying by the seat of her pants. I feel like I'm not connecting with her. I can't relate to her, and I can't get there in this book with not loving the plot and then not loving, you know, our main character. You need to love those two things. So I think I don't want to DNF this just yet. I want to give it a couple of more, but I want to give it a couple of more chapters or a few more chapters and see what happens. I will say that this is a fast read. Like, I'm 100 pages in and I've only been reading like for an hour and a half today in total, so I'm getting through it pretty quickly. I am loving that this is set in SD Park, Colorado, because I think that's how you pronounce it. SD, is it SD or Estes? I don't know. Anyway, I'm getting those Colorado vibes. I love it. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now with this one. And you may have just seen in the footage, but I had to run to the grocery store, and I was just there yesterday and I didn't see this, but the pumpkins are already out. I squealed so loud when I saw them. I was like, ah, pumpkins! And so that makes me feel good. So for the rest of the day, I was looking at the radar, and I think we might get a pop-up shower or two later this evening. So I'm going to do one of two things. I may keep reading this, like light a candle and then read some more of this book, and hopefully I'll love it. Or I may throw in You've Got Mail and see if the girls, in case you don't know, my husband and I have 2 daughters. I might see if they want to watch it with me, and I can introduce them to AOL, which will be very interesting. So I might do one of those 2 things. And then later tonight or tomorrow, I will give you my next update with this book. Hi guys, sadly I have some really bad news, but I did in fact decide to DNF The Heartbreak Hotel. This book is just not for me. Nothing has changed since my last update. I'm not enjoying the plot. I don't like Louisa. I'm not feeling the chemistry between Louisa and Henry, and I'm just not having a good time reading this. So I went ahead and DNF'd it. I did read a little more last night and this morning. I made it to page 137, chapter 16. So I read about 37 more pages since my last check-in. So I tried to give it more of a chance, and it just wasn't doing anything for me. But let's go ahead and wrap up this video. Even though I didn't love this one, I am bummed about that. I did still read 2 really good fall romances that are going to give you all the fall vibes that I would absolutely recommend. The first one, as you know, is An Ancient Witch's Guide to Modern Dating. I gave this one 4 stars, loved it, would recommend it. This is going to be your fall witchy, slow burn romance that involves time travel. Love this. would recommend it. And then finally, If It Makes You Happy by Julie Olivia. This was my surprise 5-star read. This is going to be your cozy single dad, small town romance featuring friends to lovers, slow burn. It's a little bit of opposites attract. It's gonna have just the sweetest, sweetest romance. I love this book. You're gonna have the nostalgia. You're gonna get those fall cozy vibes. This delivered on everything, and I don't have anything negative to say about it. So definitely 10 out of 10. If you can get your hands on a copy of this, either digitally or a physical copy, go read this fall. It is that good. All right, my friends, these are the 3 books that I attempted to read this week. Let me know in the comments if you have read any of these books, or let me know in the comments if you plan on reading another cozy fall romance. Let me know what they are. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you those warm, cozy fall vibes. If it did, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.